Hey folks, thanks for listening. As always, if you have any real estate questions, please give me a call at 706-896-8633, my office, or directly at 828-557-9139, or you can email me at rick@callrickandrews.com, rick@callrickandrews.com. We're doing our third quarter review for 2022. During the break, Packy made a great point. He is happy at this point. He is not having to buy a new home because prices are ridiculous. We finished Union. We're on Towns County right now. Average sold price this year, an average is $420,000. Actually, a little over $420,000. It's a lot of money for a home. Oh, let's see. Oh, price differential. Let's look at price differential for Towns County. The price differential sold to list. That is, you list it at this price, it sells, and it ultimately sells at a different price. Pretty strong in Towns County. It's 96.80. So you're only looking at a little over 3% in fat. That's a very healthy market. You list it for $100 and you sell it for $96.80. That's very strong. Not a whole lot of fat in the Towns County market. That again, supply and demand. We only have 66 homes for sale, so folks are listing them and expecting to get what they are asking for. The Towns County market, bottom line, strong, healthy, normal. Cut the national media off. Finally, the third market that I serve is the Clay County market. Clay County, North Carolina, Hayesville, Warren, and Brasstown. Inventory. Right now, it's slightly better than Towns County. Towns County has 66 homes. Clay County has 67 homes. Last year, through the first three quarters, there were 73 homes for sale, and 128, 206. In 2018, they had 244 homes for sale through the first three quarters of 2018. 244. Right now, we only have 67 homes for sale. Supply and demand. With that little supply, that's low of inventory, you've got to anticipate prices remaining fairly solid. I don't see them falling. We've had 2 years of growth, prices up. They're no longer going up. But they're not falling. They're remaining fairly solid from what I can see from the stats. As far as homes sold, in 2018, there were 174 homes sold through the first three quarters. This year, we're at 175. I don't really think when you're comparing markets that we need to be comparing this year's market to the last 2 years. Again, the last 2 years were an anomaly between the cheap money, low interest rates, and COVID, and just numerous factors. But last year, we had 229 homes sold through the first three quarters in 2021. In 2020, we had 221. That's versus just 175 this year. In 2019, there were 176. We are not crashing. We are returning to a more normal market. The last 2 years were an anomaly. Days on market in Clay County are currently 58. Now, of the three counties we serve, takes a little longer to get a home sold in Clay County than in Union or Towns. We're down to 58 days to sell a home, on average in Clay County. If you go back to 2018, it took 185 days. 185 days to sell a home, if you could sell it, in 2018. And right now we're at 58 days. That's in less than 2 months. You list a home, and again, property price promotion. It's aggressively marketed, properly priced, and there's not a major issue with the property. You're looking at a less than 2 months to sell. That's pretty good. If you have something out there and it has not sold, either you need to look at the property, your promotion, or your price. Start looking, what do I have to adjust? The average sold price in Clay County, North Carolina, average sold price is $388,000. Now that's less than Towns and Union, but that's still significantly up. In 2018, the average sold price was $245,000. 2019, it actually dropped to 233,000, a little over 233,000. Then it started to increase. It went to 285,000 in 2020. In 2021, went to 352, and this year the average sold price through the first 3 quarters is 388,000. The highest sold this year is 1.175 million. We did have a big one last year for 1.895. The average home sold prices the highest sold price in Clay County has remained substantially the same. It is, I'm looking back as far back as 2016, 1.29. So in the low 1+ million. The average sold differential sold to original price. You list it, how much do you have to come off to get it sold, is 95.71%. You list a house for $100, you can expect to reduce it a little over $4. That is a very strong market. Looking back at 2018, then you were looking at lowering it over 9%. So we're down to a little over 4%. That's a very healthy market. Overall, the mountain market is solid. If you look at Union, Clay, and Towns, your average days on market is down. Your average sold price is up. Most of your highest sold prices are actually up, and the price differential in the 3 counties sold to original price is substantially lower. A lot less fat in the negotiations. I think that is a direct correlation to the inventory. We just don't have that much inventory. Packy just gave me the 1 minute finger real quick because I wanted to cover both legs. Right now there are 12 homes for sale on Chattooga. 24 have sold this year. The average sold price is 1.1. On Notley, there's 12 homes for sale. There have been 22 homes to sell this year. The average price, 1.1. Market still strong here. At the bottom line, I'm going to be going through a lot of stats in the 3 counties, but the bottom line is it's still solid, strong, healthy in Union, Towns, and Clay. Just as we discussed at the mid-year review, the market is not crashing as many might believe if they watched the national news. Turn it off. Turn that stuff off. Garbage in, garbage out. Let's take a look at our first county, that's Union County, Blairsville, and Suches. Like all the markets, the real estate market is basically supply and demand. And so let's first take a look at the supply, the housing supply, so to speak, in Union County, Blairsville, Suches. Right now, we have about 135 homes for sale, 135. Last year at the same time, we had 115. And I will say this, if you follow real estate, that's one of our bigger changes, is that we're beginning to get more inventory. We had a very low supply for a long time, but more are coming on the market each and every day. If you go back, I really think what we're going to see by the end of the year is we're going to be back in the 2018, 2019 numbers. It's going to be more of a normal market. The last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, have just been abnormal years between COVID and folks headed to the hills wanting to social distance, and the Fed's basically giving money away with ridiculously historically low interest rates. Everybody could afford to buy, and they were buying. So we burned through a lot of inventory. Now we're down to we are significantly down in inventory. Now we're beginning to build back up. If you go back in time, the lowest inventory we had was 2020. We had 82 homes through the end of September. In September, third quarter, then it went last year to 115. Right now we're having 135 homes for sale in Union County. The number of solds through the first three quarters this year, we're at 475 homes have sold. 475 homes have sold. Last year, we had 491 sales through this first three quarters, and the year before that, 2020, we had 496. The last 2 years, again, were just crazy. If you go back to 2019, we had 450. You had a 46 home jump, and that's a significant jump in any real estate market, but especially here in the mountains in Union County. The average days on market has gone down significantly over a period of time also. For example, in 2018, it took 91 days on average to sell a home in Union County. We're talking Blairsville. 91 days. Right now we're at 38 days to sell a home in Union County. 38 days, a little over a month. That is average days on the market. If you've got a home and it has not sold, real estate's real simple. Property price promotion. If your property is being aggressively promoted and there's no issue, no serious issue with the property, and you learn what those issues are by constantly getting feedback from the showings, then it's got to be price in this market. So average days on market, we're down to 38 days. The average price in Union County thus far is $407,000. A little over that, but basically $407,000 is the average sold price this year. If you go back to 2018, for example, the entire year of 2018, the average price was $235,000. From 2018, $235,000 up to $407,000 this year. It's a radical jump in price, average sold price. The largest sale this year, the highest sold price this year is $3.8 million. That's $3.8 million. That's a solid sale, $3.8 million. And last year the highest sale was 2.1 in Union. Prices are going up, high sales are going up. I found this kind of interesting. Price differential sold to original price. Meaning you put the home on the market, what does it sell for basis what you were originally asking. The price differential sold to original price is 91.47%. So about 8.5% reduction, 8.5% fat when you're negotiating home sales in Union County. That is a quick look at the Union County real estate market. Bottom line, Union County real estate market. And we're talking about the housing market right now. We'll look at land another day. But the Union County real estate market through the first three quarters is strong, healthy, and normal. Don't pay any attention to the national news because we're just not seeing the big downfall that many of you hear about in the national news. Let's shift to Towns County, Hiawassee, Young Harris, where my office is located. Again, good news. Bottom line, strong, healthy, normal market. Inventory is significantly down. Listen to these numbers. Right now we have 66 homes on the market for sale. 66 homes on the market to sell. In 2020, we had 63 homes to sell. In 2020, we had 92 homes to sell. Now listen to this number. Look at the big jump. And again, 2020 and 2021 were just crazy years for real estate sales here in the mountain, as it was the nation. Again, cheap money and folks wanting to head to the hills, get out of the cities. In 2019, there were 233 homes for sale in Towns County. 233 homes. Right now we have 66 homes for sale. 2018, we had 258 homes for sale. We have seen some major reductions in inventory. Now, we're still low as far as from a historical standpoint of the number of homes for sale, but it is beginning to increase each day. Last year, we were at 63 homes for sale through the first 3 quarters. Right now, we're at 66. Given our demand, that is still a very small inventory, very low inventory. With strong buyer demand and that kind of inventory, I just don't see the big crisis of 2008 happening. Then you had massive inventory, predatory lending. There were a lot of issues, a lot of causes, reasons that led to the 2008 fiasco in real estate. We just don't see that right now. Again, only 66 homes on the market in Towns County. Again, compare that to 258 homes back in 2018. And as far as home sales, we still have strong demand, but it is down from the last couple years. In 2018, there were 216 homes that sold through the first 3 quarters. Went from 216 in 2018 to 270 homes sold in 2019. Then a jump to 294 homes in 2020. Then a jump to 302 homes in 2021, and right now we're at 243 homes have sold this year. That's still an incredible year. Think about that. If you go back to 2018, we had 216 homes that sold through the first 3 quarters. This year we're at 243 homes. So our market's not falling, and it's just returning to a more normal market here in Towns County. If we take a look at average days on market, let's go back to 2018. The average days on market was 165 days. 165 days. You're approaching 6 months there. Right now, we're a little over a month. We're at 41 days, average days on market. So the homes are selling quicker, and homes are selling for considerably more. If you look at 2018 in Towns County, the average sold price was $239,000. This year we're at $420,000. Did you ever think the average home sold price in Towns County would be $420,000? It's ridiculous. It's just the cost of living today. I guess we're building back better in this great country of ours, including here in the mountains. The highest sold price this year thus far has been $2.6 million. Now last year we had one that sold for $3.8 million. But if you go back to 2018, the highest home sold price in 2018 was just under $1 million. Just under $1 million. Last year we had one for 3.8. This year we have one for 2.6 million. We need to go to our mid-show break. We'll be right back wrapping up 3rd quarter review in real estate in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. Appreciate you listening.